everything, forever living in the dark. So alive, still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Unreal, intertwined, and you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery. It won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forget you. Just to stay, though I'm searching for something. Door I've closed, not a sound. Take a look at I am now. Slow down. Searching for something. Door is closed, not a sound. Take a look down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another VHEL Campbell live stream. And I know you guys are probably questioning right off the bat. Christian, you said yesterday that it wasn't going to be you. Yeah, I'm aware. A little change of plans. You guys know things are always up in the air here, so that's all right because we adapt quick and we are on our feet and we're ready to go. So tonight, we're actually gonna be watching some Fortnite Zero Build, and of course casted by yours truly. So while we wait just another minute or two for the drops to start here, let me introduce you to our first ever Zero Build streamed matches. So team one that we will be watching is Brady and Jack. Brady, aka BL Mace, and Chef Jack, aka Chef Jack. Our secondary team that we'll be watching is Nick, aka Homie Lander, and Leia, aka Princess Lander, or Princess Leia, excuse me. Our third team that we'll be watching is Arlo, aka Cuddly Python, and Grant, aka Trooper. And finally, our last team, which is unfortunately a solo for tonight, typically a duo, but is going to be Benny, who is going to be VH Camphill 01. And it's going to be a little different for you guys. Obviously, we have 4 teams instead of 3. We only have 4 teams, so we're going to do a lot of bouncing around. I'm going to try and keep things fresh, keep things ready to go, and then we will find things as we can. It looks like Grant maybe and Arlo missed their drop, so we're not actually going to be able to see any of them, at least this drop one. That's okay. Obviously, technical bugs happen, and then It's a little unfortunate. It's just the way things go, but we are already dropping, so let's tune into some Fortnite. All right, again, currently starting off with Brady and Chef Jack. This is this isn't a team that we're familiar with from our Monday builds, but this is two players that we're very familiar with from our Monday builds. So both of these players on compete in Monday's builds competition as well. So it's really interesting to see how these two kind of merge together here. They go from friendly rivals on Mondays to teammates on Tuesdays. So it's really interesting to see if they're able to kind of put some of the banter beside them or behind them maybe, and really collaborate to have a good drop. Obviously, we know. Well, we didn't know because we didn't watch, but I was told that last week these guys played phenomenal together, finishing first and second. So huge plays from them, and hopefully they're able to continue that momentum going in here into this drop number one. But now, of course, there's a little more pressure. There's a little more pressure as these guys are live on camera now. And these guys are definitely used to that pressure, but always adds something when your matches are being watched. There's some harsh, mean coach. No, I'm just kidding. But someone up here casting it. Obviously, there's a little more that is maybe going on in your mind. So we will have to see how they handle said pressure. And it looks like here early on, Jack and Brady are going to go to Utopia City. And unfortunately, it looks like we didn't witness it, but in the kill feed, we saw our team of Nick and Leia, I believe, already get eliminated. So a little unlucky on their front. So we're going to be watching a lot of Chef Jack and Brady. We'll tune into Benny here and there just to make sure he's doing okay, but looks like Chef Jack and Brady are going to get the majority of our attention this drop one. And so far, these guys are just doing what they do best. Just looting up, being aware of their surroundings. Again, both Chef Jack and Brady are Division I players on the Monday build class. So both of these guys have a very good understanding of the game. Both very knowledgeable about the game. We anticipate that these guys are going to do well most of the time. And obviously, knowing that last week they finished with a second and first place is phenomenal for these guys. So I think the most important thing is breaking some of the habits of the build mode compared to no build. Obviously, in build, if you get shot at, you can, build. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but in no build, you can't. You got to use natural cover. You got to be a lot more aware of these things. And that is, I don't want to say a problem. It's not a problem, but definitely makes you think a little differently as a player compared to playing build when, you essentially have two different aspects of the game that you have to worry about. In builds, you obviously have the build feature, and that can help you. But it's also you have to worry about getting materials and kind of slowing down your game a little bit to make sure you're ready for those engagements. And no build is a little different. No build, you have to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings, aware of other players, but obviously you don't have to worry about materials, and you don't have the access to build. So it's kind of a give and go here that we're going to see. And we would really expect to see a pretty phenomenal game here for these guys. Again, I don't want to put too much pressure on them myself, but two very phenomenal players at the game, and I actually think that Brady saw some footsteps on the visual audio indicator, and we do. And Brady takes a big shot there. 150 damage come through so far. Can he find the knock? He doesn't find it yet, but he does. Chef Jack is going to come to help his teammate, and they're going to find an early squad wipe. Or duo wipe. Sorry. And that is going to open their score sheet for this drop one. And we're even seeing some of this, some of the build tactics come into the no build here. Obviously, there definitely is some overlap. It's just, where do you want that overlap to be? And we're seeing the high ground is a phenomenal overlap that you just want to be able to maintain. You want to be able to be aware of your surroundings. And so far, I would say, at least in my opinion, we are seeing a phenomenal duo here in the works. Just really being aware of their resources here. As we see Brady check the map a little bit. Chef Jack doing it as well. Really just trying to get an idea of where they're at in this circle, which hasn't even closed. First circle has not even started to move in yet. And now it finally starts to move in, and these guys still have all but another 2 minutes to really just sit, survey their surroundings, and just play the game that they want to play. And actually, we see some more action coming through. Brady lands some big shots there. Can't find a break on the shield yet. Chef Jack going to come through and clean up to support his teammate. Brady trying to find a shot there. He lands a couple, and Chef Jack going to secure that one as well. And they are already on 4 kills, 2 duo wipes for this team. And man, Chef Jack and Brady are firing on all cylinders already. Oh, Brady there. Tries to find a big sniper shot. Can't find it. Does land a big 87 damage, though. Doesn't get the break on the shields, but with so many resources up here, so many healing items, Chef Jack and Brady really don't have to worry. They can take some of these engagements early on. Even if they make a couple mistakes, miss a couple shots or anything, they have plenty of resources to recover from it. Oh, what a shot there from Brady as he lands a 142 massive bit of damage there. Brady and Chef Jack trying to find some more eliminations here. Can't find any. Although someone did jump out of that car. Maybe they can get lucky and find a knock here from long range. And Chef Jack does. These guys are just doing phenomenally. And we see they're actually still in circle here. So even though they're kind of moving a little bit and starting their potentially their process to rotate, still staying very close to Utopia City. They don't even have to move from Utopia City yet. Obviously, they still have all those resources from above, all those healing items. So these guys really just have all of the time to do pretty much whatever it is that they want to do at this point. They do not have to make haste with any decision here. And actually, someone redeploying in near Brady tries to find a big sniper shot. He doesn't find it, but does get a ping. And lands a big 189. And what shots there from Brady as he finds the knock. Chef Jack also finding some shots on another player. Brady helping his teammate out now. And Chef Jack and Brady combining for another. They're already at 8, and this game just started what feels like minutes ago. Brady maybe seeing some shots in the distance. Actually, no, he sees a car. Let's switch to Chef Jack's perspective here for a little bit. Chef Jack here kind of taking over the low ground. Brady keeping up on the high ground. And again, man, we talk about the stockpile of resources, but they really, this team is so thoughtful. They just have such a big brains when it comes to how to play these no-build drops. We see Chef Jack there. Decides to mark the car. No shots taken, though. Brady going to find that car just to bring it a little closer. That way, if these guys do need to rotate, they don't really have to waste their movement items. They can just get in the car and drive away. We do see, again, some more Gila items getting thrown up. And we could potentially see here, because of the way that Circle and Storm might be moving in, we'll have to obviously wait. Never mind, really does not move in far. Obviously, these guys are still on the edge of zone, though, so could potentially see some teams rotating here into Utopia City late. It's definitely something that Chef Jack is keeping an eye on up here. And already only 19 players in total, 17 not counting Chef Jack and Brady, so. These guys definitely have control of their job so far. Maybe a little bit of an error there as Chef Jack does take a little bit of damage. It's only about 10, but that is a bullet right there. And it actually looks like they're going to go maybe to this rift pod that dropped in for them. Awesome. Phenomenal loot there from the rift pod. This guy's got to make sure they loot it dry. Jack doesn't really take much. Only takes the slurp juice. We don't know if Brady took anything. But their loadouts here being pretty ideal. Obviously, loadout can always be a little better, but I think Chef Jack and Brady mostly comfortable with the loadouts that they have right now. So, gonna continue to drive around. This might be a team that we're gonna see just W key, find some kills, and be hungry for it. This is a team that can play like that, can afford to make those decisions. So, and some shots do get fired at their car. They are gonna get out. Maybe a little bit of an error there. I don't know if Jack meant to drive the car onto the launch pad. And actually, they are going to disengage from this encounter. Try to put themselves in a little bit of a better position here. Some more shots. Decide to drive away from it, though. Circle here is closed in. All but yet again, another 10 seconds here. And we'd anticipate that they're going to try and maybe hold this new circle as soon as it gets locked here. And does move in there. We're just right on the edge here. So maybe going to move in a little central. It'll be really interesting to see where these guys actually position themselves, as there is some shots behind them. Decide just to drive away. Don't want to take an unnecessary engagement. For everybody in the chat, Chef Jack has been in the kitchen cooking something up. He's been cooking up a 4-kill game in total, an 8-kill drop so far between him and his duo Brady. So the chef is working something. Maybe gonna try and hold this little bunker tower here. Although Chef Jack gets caught off guard a little bit as people camp up top, and now Brady just has to make the decision, decides to get out. Really good awareness there from Chef Jack to check the corners, but unfortunately checked the last one that he needed, or checked the one that he needed to most last. And now Brady is going to have to play this pretty carefully. That might have been the definition of caster curse right there. I'm not sure. At least in terms of Chef Jack, because, man, that was That was pretty instantaneous. I apologize to Chef if that was the case. Brady just gonna play safe here. Although Brady gets shot from behind. Luckily gonna chow down on some Scooby snacks. Gonna get that sprint haste boost as well. I'm really just gonna try to rotate the edge side here. Try to hold the edge of the circle. He has the chainsaw, which is honestly probably one of the best movement items, if not the best movement item in the season, from what at least I've seen in my opinion so far. So, oh, Brady tried to take a cheeky sniper shot there. Unfortunately, the duck's foot kind of called him off. And it seems like maybe he's a little stuck, a little unlucky there for Brady as he takes some unnecessary damage, but laser beams the skyline. I'll take another shot in the bush just to make sure no one's in it. Although he does see the car there, so he's definitely going to be aware of that at this point. It's going to chainsaw swipe to get a freshly charged one. And it's just going to try and get out. Try to get into that circle. Brady sees someone, takes some shots at the windows, somehow doesn't hit a head there. I don't know if that's if that was a hitbox thing or what the case was, but Brady, you got robbed. That should have been a headshot. 12 players left, 11 not counting Brady, so not a bad drive by any means. Just has to be careful here. Has to try and maybe maximize his placement here as welcome home to Utopia City. Brady sees some shots coming through the bush, finds a big knock on a third-party shot there. He only needed one bullet, 84 damage, and the kill secured for Brady and Chef Jack as that puts their team elim up to 9. Can he find another? He tries. Misses that one. Misses the following shots after. And now just going to hold in this little storefront here right on the edge of Utopia City. And Brady's going to have to go here pretty soon. We would expect to see the Scooby Snack and Chainsaw combo again. Oh, Brady tries to find another cheeky snipe. Just the tree covering his vision a little bit. Can't find his mark. Actually, we don't see the chainsaw quite yet. Brady just going to decide to use his feet here for now. And a team is redeploying in, glidering in. I would anticipate that they are on top of the building that Brady is in, so he's definitely going to have to be aware. He's going to elect for the car here. Does take a little bit of storm damage, but it's only 5, so very easy for Brady to recover from. Only 8 players left, 7 not counting Brady, so we're just going to use the car here, some not natural cover and some man-made cover. A lot of shots going on. Brady maybe going to try and find another third party. What a big 84 shot there from Brady. Unfortunately, still into shields, but this car taking a lot of damage, though. Brady finds another 73 damage there. Just going to try and ramp off here. Has to be very careful of that team that he is almost directly driving into. Decides to wait a couple seconds, change his path a little bit. Now we're seeing Brady use this chainsaw here as a movement item. Still not in circle, but very close to the edge. Really doesn't have far to go. Just going to try to allow some of these teams to engage and try to find a couple cleanups, as again another big 84 shot there, but still in shield. So unlucky for Brady, as he just can't find the elim that he's looking for here, and is actually going to get back into the building that he once was in. Has to be careful though. Those other players might still be above him, as Brady sees someone right there on the edge. A lot of fighting going on right outside of Brady's building. Finds a 17 shot. Has to be so aware. He's pretty much in the open at this point. Finds a couple shots there. Gonna use that chainsaw to try to get himself out of a bad spot. He takes a lot of damage. Can he get up on the ledge? He can. Is it enough though? It is. He buys himself just a little bit of time to heal up. Those Scooby snacks not lasting very long though. A big 90 shot there. Another big shot. No, so unlucky for Brady and Chef Jack. But what a phenomenal drop. A second place with 9 total kills. Huge shout out to those guys. And what a phenomenal way to start this week 4 drop 1. Obviously, they have a second drop, so we will have to see how they do. And it looks like here we're going to have a couple pre-match or in-between match interviews with some players that we've never seen before. So let's hope they are getting a little pep talk here, and see how they manage to do up on stream. And again, just a huge performance here. And it looks like we are ready, as I'm going to have Nick start up on the stream here for me. Nick, how are you doing, and how are you feeling after that drop 1?
Oh, I'm doing good.
You're doing good? Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about how drop 1 went for you guys? Obviously, I know you guys ended maybe a little earlier than you were expecting, so can you talk to me a little bit about that?
I mean, drop one did pretty good, although we do keep on landing somewhere in the bus route, which coach obviously doesn't want us to do, but we do find some way in order to in order to some way to work it out.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's good. I mean, obviously, you gotta listen to what coach says, and try to take his advice as much as you can. But so talk to me a little bit about what you and Leia are kind of hoping to improve on here as we move forward into drop 2.
Um, hmm.
I know some of these are tough questions, so take your time, think about it.
Hmm. Wait, I forgot the question. Wait, what was it?
What are you, Leia, hoping to improve on moving forward into drop 2?
I think communication, drop zone, and I think that's mostly it.
Yeah, and I think those are great things to work on, and realistically, those things are pretty simple at the end of the day. You know, you just got to talk a little bit more, and then got to get on the same page when it comes to where your drops are. So hopefully we'll get to see you a little bit more in drop 2, and hopefully we'll see a little bit of a better placement for you guys, and we'll just get to watch you a little bit more. So Nick, thank you so much for your time up here, and go get locked back in, ready for drop 2.
All right.
All right, and it looks like I'm gonna have Leia coming up next. Leia, welcome to the booth, up to the booth for the first time ever. And how are you feeling after that first drop?
I feel like we could have done a little better. I mean, I kind of got aimbotted out of the sky. Like, I should have probably zigzagged around in the sky probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to me a little bit about you know, something that Nick was saying was that you guys were trying to improve on your drop spots. So
Yeah.
talk to me a little bit about what you guys are going to do this drop 2 to improve on that.
So we're not gonna try landing too in the middle of the bus route. We're gonna try to like move a little bit apart from it, like not exactly on it, because we did that in our like first match.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously you guys ended maybe a little bit earlier than what you were hoping to. Is there anything you or Nick or you guys in general together are hoping to improve here as we move forward into drop 2?
Definitely our communication. I feel like we need to like communicate more together.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, believe it or not, I don't know if you heard, but Nick said the exact same thing.
Oh.
So sounds like you guys have some communicating to do. Maybe getting on the same page, kind of locking back in before this drop number 2.
I mean, we play at home too, so
Oh.
like we talk to each other.
So what's the problem?
We don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys kind of lock back in, figure it out a little bit, and hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more in drop 2.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. That was obviously our pre or in between match interviews for you guys from 2 people that we have never seen up on stream before. So huge shout out to Nick, huge shout out to Leia. Obviously those guys are not very used to coming up on camera, and by that I mean not used to coming up on camera at all. So it's really interesting to see how they managed. Obviously the lights and everything, it's bright, it's stressful, there's a lot of pressure, it's very uncomfortable, but they did a very good job. So huge shout out to those people. And just gonna have a couple minutes here until our drop number 2, but honestly, a huge shout out for everybody tonight. I think everybody played very well. Obviously, we have to talk about Brady and Jeff Jack. Obviously, those guys played phenomenal. Obviously, second place, 9 kills. Huge place to be. Huge place to put themselves. Those guys are hungry. They are hunting for first. They are in competition here. Last week moving up to second. They are hungry. They want first place. They want a no build banner. Again, talking to Chef Jack and Brady a little bit. Those guys are ready to go. We saw huge drops last week, excuse me, and now we've seen one huge drop this week so far. Look, I'm no man of statistics, but if Pattern has anything to say about it, this drop they should win. They should get a victory here. Now, that's not me trying to cast a curse. You know, obviously, I'm aware of the curse that comes with that, and obviously, I don't want to put any bad juju on them as before they even drop, before they even get into lobby here. But such a massive part for those guys, and hopefully here they are able to find a victory royale, if not another second place here, just to maximize some points and maybe improve into first place. But again, a huge shout out to everybody. I know we didn't get quite to see everybody. Some players died a little early. Some players kind of caught me off guard. That's on me, obviously. I will take full blame for that. But we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Gonna make sure to rotate a little bit more. Try to get everybody some screen time. If you guys tune in for Mondays, I don't know why that word just went from my vocabulary for a second. If you guys typically tune in on Mondays, you know that typically we do 3 teams and then we rotate through every team. That is not the case, as there is only 4 teams on Tuesdays. So we are going to watch every team and try to get every team. We're gonna start with Leia and Nick, obviously because we had them up on camera here, and they did a phenomenal job. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of Fortnite from them, and then we'll make sure to try to get to Arlo and Grant as well. Obviously hope we can watch those guys, and then of course try to get to Benny at least for a couple minutes. Obviously Benny by himself, so a lot of pressure, a lot of stress is on him to kind of perform, but hopefully he can continue to battle, continue to play some more Fortnite here, and we can at least get him tuned in for a minute or 2, which obviously we want more than a minute or 2, but of course just want to see him at all is important. So I would anticipate here just a minute. I don't know. Let me get an update on that. Yes, actually, it looks like literally a minute or 2. So as soon as the drops get going here, then I will, of course, switch the screens and we will watch some Fortnite. But until then, I'll have to continue to deal with my yapping, which I hope is okay. Just give me 1 second here. Just trying to fix a little bug on my phone, just so I can see what you guys are saying. All right, there we go. And I just want to take a really quick moment to shout out everybody in chat so far. All of the parents, everybody, whether you're a parent or just tuning in because you like the content. Thank you. Glad to have you. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And we are going to be back with some more Fortnite action here in just a minute. And it looks like here, ask and you shall receive. As soon as we get through this loading screen, we will be back with Fortnite. Just another second or two here. And ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off drop 2 with Nick and Leia. Here we go. All right. Princess Leia and the Homeelander. Nick being the Homeelander and Princess Leia being Leia. I hope that would be kind of self-explanatory, but hey, you know, you never know. And here they go. Let's see. This is something that both of them talked about. Both of them talked about improving on drop spots and communication. Obviously, we're not in their comms, so we can't hear if they're actually improving on that aspect. But we can talk about an improved drop spot. And we're going to see if that is the case here. And dropping very close to the bus line. That was something that I believe Nick and Leia both talked about not wanting to do. So we'll have to see here if they get contested. And it looks like here, maybe not. Oh, it looks like actually that is the case. And now having to scramble a little bit, and they actually landed separately. As Nick already taking some shots. Has that little breakaway shield, so only goes down to 94, but there's a big shot. Takes him down to 66. Leia doesn't seem like she's contested, at least as of yet. Let's see if Nick can get out and kind of close that gap to his teammate here. As stray bullets are trying to find him. And it looks like for the most part he is out. We don't know if he was followed or not yet. Doesn't look like it. Still not with Leia though, so I don't know if that was just a miscommunication or what the case was there. These guys not very far apart, but definitely separated a little bit. And we do see some shots going on through the visual audio indicator, so don't know if those are at Leia, don't know if those are at Nick, don't know if those are maybe two other teams fighting. Let's actually tune in here. Let's tune into Leia's perspective, and she actually does have some footsteps going on. Maybe just the zombies, though. A lot of action going on. Looks like now her teammate Nick is going to join her. And yes, it was just a boss. They're going to take out and now have access to some pretty top tier loot. And we see Leia's loadout already is very top tier, so. And while these guys kind of survey the map a little bit, we're going to take a swap on over here to Arlo and Grant and see how they're doing early in this drop too. Looks like we're going to start with Arlo's perspective here. Arlo and Grant, and Arlo being Cuddly Python and Grant being Trooper. They actually landed Kappa Kappa Factory. We're seeing some shots on the visual audio indicator. Definitely something that they are going to have to be aware of. I'm going to use the Flurberry Fizz there. Not only to make sure that they're both up to 200 here, but there's a little bit of a movement item, although we have an engagement here. Although, what shot from Arlo, as Grant is going to find a knock there and find the elim and makes that player fully rotate out. Wow. And actually, I think the car might have stopped. No, I think I was just seeing things as a huge way to start this drop for Arlo and Grant as they find an elim. And so many things going on in the kill feed. A lot of action that we just, well, didn't witness, but saw via the feed. Still a lot of action going on. As Arlo and Grant here are going to continue to play smart. Going to continue to use this car to the best of their abilities here. Don't want to really put themselves in a situation that they don't want to be in. Maybe you're going to see a car swap here. Nothing yet, though. So they're just going to continue to survey the map. Although it looks like Nick and Leia might be in some action as we see Nick, I believe, at least got knocked. So let's tune into them real quick and see if we can catch the end of it. Looks like Nick is currently knocked down. The car right under Leia. She manages to jump over it. Trying to use the Thorn Ripper here on her opponent. Gonna actually just use the broomstick. Might get out here. No. Gonna take a couple shots through the air. She finds a big 87 shot there. Although, unfortunately for Leia, misses a couple critical shots. Honestly, though, a much better drop for Nick and Leia as they are able to end 15th this drop. And we will go back to Arlo and Grant and see how those guys are doing. So it looks like they're just playing the game they want to play. In the car, surveying the map, very aware of their surroundings. Much better performance here from Arlo and Grant that we're seeing. And we have to shout out, we see BL Mace in the kill feed, find an elim. Even though we're not watching them quite yet, we expect those guys to do well. So it's always great to see another team at least find a couple of eliminations. As Arlo and Grant are going to charge into Utopia City here. We do see a chainsaw usage on visual audio indicator, and they see someone, a huge rocket launcher shot, although Arlo very quickly decides to get out of that as they do not take any damage. And it just got word that that huge rocket launcher shot was actually from Brady and Jack, so maybe a little Valhalla Campbell rivalry action that we would have saw right there. Luckily, though, Arlo makes the smart and correct decision to get out before that engagement can even start. So it looks like here Arlo and Grant maybe going to try and find a third party. Chef Jack able to find a knock. And actually, it looks like they want this engagement. Although Arlo maybe gets stuck on the rock, not a position you want to be in. He's going to get out of the car, find a big 100 shotgun shot there, but can't find any more. And now Grant's got a lot to do. And unfortunately for Arlo and Grant, they are going to get eliminated. But a huge drop for those guys as they find a 12th place with, I believe, at least one elim. So phenomenal, much better placement for those guys. And that means we only got one team left. Brady and Chef Jack. Chef Jack's perspective here to start out, and I just want to apologize that we did not get to see any of Benny's gameplay. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. It's a lot of action going on, a lot of things going on, and this is the first time I'm ever doing this, so I apologize. I'm a little only used to 3 teams. 4 is I want to say a bit much, but obviously it's much harder to make. It's much harder to make sure that every team is getting some screen time. And now we are seeing Chef Jack and Brady. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Utopia City, all of the health resources possible, are just gonna hunker down and play the Fortnite that they like to play, that has been proven to work for them. Some shots on the visual audio indicator. I don't see anybody yet, at least from Chef Jack's perspective. Looks like Brady maybe sees someone, maybe sees a car or something. Be a little light out there. It's hard to say. Chef Jack now going to take some shots as well. And I just want to say, even though the drop's not over, a huge congratulations to all of these teams tonight. Battling adversity, doing the best that they can. Some of them, the first time ever being featured on stream, up for an interview. Just phenomenal effort from every single player tonight, every single student. They definitely put their best foot forward, and that is what we care about here at Valhalla. We care about growth, care about improvement, care about learning. And I will say that this 0 build drop of week 4 has done nothing but grow and learn and provide opportunities for these students to do those things. So huge shouts out to them. As we see, Brady gets actually an elim there. A huge couple shots there, no knock yet. And other team trying to disengage. Huge 82 there from Chef Jack, as they're now going to take over their base a little bit here. And it looks like Chef Jack and Brady are hungry. Although these guys went opposite directions, so now Brady has a lot more pressure. He has to be careful. Chef Jack does a really good job at closing that distance, though. Finds a couple of big shots and is able to get the elim. And Brady wins his fight as well. And that's what you expect to see out of Chef Jack and Brady. These guys, so good at Fortnite, so good at winning individual fights, and are going to continue to do those things. And there is 11 players left, 9, not counting Chef Jack and Brady. And it sounds like Utopia City, I don't know why I said it sounds like, it looks like Utopia City is still just going to be in the middle of zone here, so this guy's just able to chill in their favorite spot, Utopia City, at the top of the building with all of their health resources. And maybe trying to find some long-range shots there. At least Brady is. Guys just trying to sort out their inventories here. They're actually going to try and use the Flowberry Fizz. A little bit of a movement item. Try and cover some ground. Yeah, actually, I didn't even realize. Move into circle. That's what they're doing. Maybe I should look. Just checking the bush, making sure that no one is in there. See Brady take some shots through it. Chef Jack decides to keep the resources of his ammo high. Now, obviously, he has a lot. It's not like he couldn't afford to use the resources, but also maybe doesn't want to give away the position. Only 10 players left, 8 not counting Brady and Chef Jack. And this is definitely the position that they want to be in. Obviously, we saw last drop, Chef Jack died a little early. Brady had to do some closing, some end game on his own. But this drop, both of them still being alive. 7 players left now. 5 not counting Brady and Chef Jack. Some shots through the bush there just to make sure no one's in there. And this circle so far is in a very open area. Not a lot of natural cover other than maybe some bushes here. A couple rogue buildings. These guys are definitely going to have to be aware of their surroundings. They are going to see some. Just going to decide, though, to back up. Don't need to take any unnecessary shots. Don't want to give away their position, although it looks like Brady's going to fire a couple. Don't know on who yet, at least from Chef Jack's perspective. Oh, we finally saw him. Chef Jack tries to find a sniper shot. Tries to find a couple there. Can't land any. Now just going to take some shots at the car. Six players left. 4, not counting Chef Jack and Brady. 2 more duos. That's all that stand in the way of a victory royale here. Chef Jack and Brady just controlling this zone. So it looks like here they might decide to sit in the bush. They do have a little bit of natural cover here with the way that this hill is sloped. Being able to maintain some high ground here. Chef Jack sees a car. Doesn't look like he sees anybody in it though. Decides not to take a shot. Still 6 players left. Oh, Chef Jack and Brady see someone they find. A couple big shots. And Brady actually finds the knock on one. And now they're going to push this team and try to make it a duo v duo. Oh, Chef Jack almost with a big snipe there. Tree here being their worst enemy. Brady's going to shoot a shot at it with the rocket launcher. Can't find any shots though. Chef Jack trying to use that sniper, maybe a little bit too long though, as Chef Jack gets lasered from a different direction here. And now Brady has to be so careful, and no, can't get out. And we see a third place from Chef Jack and Brady with 7 kills there. Little unlucky. I know those guys were definitely trying to hunt first, so maybe going to be a little unsatisfied with how that second drop went. Not that third place is terrible, bad by any means, but just going to be a little upset probably at how they played. But at the end of the day, Chef Jack and Brady played a phenomenal Fortnite. All credit, huge shout out to those guys. And it looks like here we're going to have another post-match interview with our solo tonight, Benny, as he makes his way up into the booth here. Welcome to the booth for the first time ever, and how are you feeling after those drops?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And can you talk to me a little bit about, I know we know you were solo tonight, unfortunately your teammate not here, but can you talk to me a little bit about the included pressure that you had to be aware of as playing as an individual?
Yeah, it was pretty hard because like I was the only one and there's 2 people and like I was kind of like it was unfair. I was the only one. Like I know I could get one person, but the other person I know would be able to just get me right away.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like you said, that's the hard thing about playing as a solo is knowing you're going into every fight with that disadvantage. And I want to talk a little bit about, obviously here you trying your best. Is there anything from these drops that maybe hoping to improve on to take with you into next week, so that way hopefully when your teammate is here, you're just even better, even more in a better position to try to maximize your placements here?
So maybe like be more strategic and like think more outside of the box.
Yeah, and I wanna finally ask about, obviously we talk a lot about comms here, but when you're solo, you don't have to worry about that as much. Now,
Yeah.
are you finding yourself kind of making some of those similar decisions and communications just in your head by yourself, or are you still kind of talking out loud, or are you just in your own mind just doing whatever it is you need to do?
Oh, the first thing you said is most likely what I was doing. I was
Okay.
just thinking of like, okay, let's choose a map. Okay, we go here. Oh, there's 2 people. Okay, let's go get this. Hide, get some upper ground, and boom.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great way of thinking. Obviously, still being very strategic, which is, of course, important in a game like Fortnite, important in any game, especially when you're competing at a high level.
Yeah.
Well, I know we didn't get to watch much of your drops tonight. We did get you in there a little bit, but congratulations. Good riddance. Good fighting on the drops that you did. Obviously, again, I know, like you said, that solo, you're
Yeah.
always going in that disadvantage, but be proud of yourself, and hopefully we'll see you here in the near future with your teammate and hopefully some better placements.
Nice.
All right. Thank you.
Well, see you.
All right. And now it looks like I'm going to have Grant come up next, Arlo's partner here. And Grant, welcome into the booth. And how are you feeling after those 2 drops?
I'm feeling good. I think we did a good second drop because our first drop we couldn't get in, and the next drop we just got pushed too hard and we got eliminated.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to talk about here, obviously a little unlucky on the first drop, but that second drop, you guys got 12th with, I at least believe, 1 kill. So,
Yeah.
obviously kind of putting that draw behind you and being able to lock in for drop 2, was there any additional communication that you and Arlo were doing in that downtime to make sure that you were going to try and maximize this drop 2?
Yeah, we're talking too much about like what we're chasing and who we're gonna fight.
Yeah, and obviously, again, a really solid placement here, at least in the drop 2, the one that you guys got. Is there anything you guys are really hoping to improve using this drop 2 and going into next week to kind of handle and continue to maximize your placements?
One thing that we can change is that we shouldn't push always because there was like two other teams, and we kind of pushed, and I was kind of not on Arlo's side,
Okay.
and it kind of didn't work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just some calm things. Maybe getting on the same page, and that's okay. Those mistakes are gonna happen as long as you guys work on them and clean them up. I think you guys will continue to do well. Well, Grant, thank you so much for your time up here. Congratulations on at least a very solid drop number 2, and hopefully here we'll see you in the near future with some even better placements.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. All right, and now the duo themselves. It looks like I'm gonna have Brady come up first. This guy is no newbie to the booth. Very familiar with the setup up here. Brady, how are you feeling after a second and third place finish tonight?
Very good.
I want to talk a little bit about Brady. We're pretty critical up here. I know you can handle it, so we're gonna be critical. Drop number 2, third place. Got a little separated there on that one fight. Anything going through you guys' mind? Was it just a miscomm? Was it both of you knew you were gonna finish your 1v1 fights and then group back up? Can you talk to me a little bit about what that was?
So, what you talking about, the last fight or the one right before that?
The second last fight when you guys split up on the train tracks.
Okay.
And Chef Jack goes to the left and you go to the right.
So, what I calmed to Jack was that I was gonna RPG the guy that was behind the tree, and he would get an angle on him. So I RPG'd the left side of the tree, so he would run out towards Jack, and then we would both close in onto the kill.
Yeah, absolutely here. And I want to talk a little bit. Obviously, you and Jack both compete at a very high level in build as well. Can you talk to me a little bit about not only some of the differences, but also some of the similarities from build to no build, other than, of course, the building?
Well, I'd say in both modes you do need to stay really close together, and in zero build you could say that you need more communication than build. And zero build you need to be playing a little bit faster at times, sometimes a little slower, because you can't really just build if you get start getting shot.
Yeah, absolutely here. And I want to talk about you guys in the hunt for first place. Maybe in the hunt for a banner. Yeah, no, look, I'm not one to theorize, to make predictions here, but talk to me a little bit about what you and Jack are going to continue to do to try to maximize the possibility of that outcome.
We're gonna try and keep doing the same thing that we're doing at the start of the game at Utopia, with his like holding all the heals up there.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I like to say. Yeah, and I think that's great. Obviously, that's working out very well for you guys. A second and a third we saw tonight, and I know last week a second and a first. So again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think that's great for you guys, and congratulations on some good drops tonight. Hopefully here in the future, at least for zero builds, I know we'll see you again for builds, but hopefully in the future for zero builds here, we get to see you guys back up in the booth, and hopefully we get a victory royale, because I don't know about you guys, but I love to see them on stream. They're great to watch. So, but congratulations tonight, and we'll see you again soon.
See ya.
All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the chef is in the kitchen. Chef Jack, welcome up to the booth. And how are you feeling after a second and third place drop?
Pretty good.
Very good. Man of few words up here, but those words have great meaning. Chef Jack, talk to Brady a little bit. Now we're going to ask you a similar question. You guys, on a very similar page, rivals on Mondays, but teammates on Tuesdays. What does that do for the dynamic between you and Brady?
I just play to win.
Just play to win. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Chef Jack just cooks up whatever he can and plays to win. And something that Brady talked about was your drop spot. Utopia being such a phenomenal spot. You guys really playing that well. Is there anything aside from the drop spot that you guys are going to continue to work on and try to maximize the chances of you guys hopefully getting a banner?
Probably carrying like the porta bunkers, so in endgame we can give ourselves more cover than usual, because we usually lack cover in end. So, and that would help us out. So 2 weapons, 1 mobility, and 1 heal, and 1 of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great loadout. And obviously, you and Brady both compete at a very high level of build Fortnite as well.
Yes.
And are doing very phenomenally in no build. Can you talk to me about the similarities, the differences between build and no build, other than, of course, just the building?
So zero build focuses a lot more on movement, strategy, and aim compared to build, which is building, strategy, and not as much aim, but aim still.
Absolutely. And, well, Chef Jack, you cooked up a second and a
Thank
third.
you.
I hope you're proud of those placements.
I am.
You guys did very well. I know you guys did well last week, cooking up a second and a
Yeah.
first. So hopefully, in the near future, excuse me, we'll get you back up here at least for no build. I know you'll be back up here for builds, but we'll get you back up here for no build, and hopefully you guys will be able to continue to maximize your placements here, and hopefully you find a couple more wins and secure a banner.
I hope so too.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, thank you, Jack, so much for your time. Congratulations on your drop
Thank
tonight, and
you.
I'll let you get back to it.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty,
See
of
ya.
course, thank you. And now, the man, the myth, the legend. He makes his way up to the booth. We missed him last night. My heart was oh so broken when I heard that this man was not feeling very well. But he is here tonight, back, feeling better. Coach Kyle, welcome to the booth. And how are you feeling after some very solid zero build Fortnite?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was heartbroken too. I got to miss it. No, I feel good. This is, I mean, I love zero build. This is like my preferred way to play.
Absolutely.
So I love the strategies that I get to see. I love that I get to do something new every single time. I feel like I'm learning new stuff, which is always really crazy for me. It'll be like, oh, I'm in a coaching position. I'm still picking up new strategies and new stuff. So loved it.
Yeah, and I asked Chef Jack and Brady a similar question, and now I'm going to get your perspective from the coaching side. Zero build and build, very similar, but also very different.
Oh,
Can you
massively
talk to me
different.
a little bit about the coaching aspects of what you're telling the zero build kids compared to what you're telling the build students?
So, okay, so you probably have heard me talk about like macro versus micro strategy.
Of course,
So like
absolutely.
macro is like the bigger game plan, and micro is what we do in a fight in the middle of a moment, right? And I always feel like they're in the same game mode, but coaching them feels totally different, and the skill set for them is totally different. Where like in build, you are rewarded for rapid aggression, tons of movement, getting up in people's faces. Shotguns are absolutely like probably the order of the day. If you don't have a good one, you're probably going to be in a bad case, because what you want to do, get in someone's face, build up, hold angles, nail them. Totally different beast in zero build, where you are sort of methodically planning things out. You're approaching it from different angles. There's a lot of room to sort of coordinate with your partner. You can go from opposite directions, opposite elevations. There's a lot more assault rifle and longer range fights. But what you're seeing, and if you, a lot of you folks at home too, if you want to go back and watch, is one of the big important things is initiating a long range fight is important, but you probably heard me saying, go, push it, confirm those kills. Getting to close the distance and actually take advantage of the openings that you've created is massive in this game mode. So it's totally different.
Absolutely. And, it's about time we break the silence.
Yeah.
Coach Kyle, I'm typically a humble guy up here,
Yes.
We critique where we can, but you're a man of many banner. That's what I like to say.
Just start dropping them in like the Thanos gems.
And here in the first season that we are doing zero build, at least, if not the first season the league is doing zero build, you are oh so close to another. Can you talk to me a little about what you're seeing from Chef Jack and Brady and what you're going to continue to do to push those guys to try to get that result?
So I'm going to mention two things. I'm going to give them some props because it's not something that I even coached them on, and I loved it. But you probably all saw them build essentially like a fortress of solitude in the middle of a map, where they're denying resources, they're putting stuff in there, and they're like, if we need to come back to this place, we've got it. And it's awesome because that location winds up being pretty central to like where the storm will pull, how people are going to move in and out. So they get free kills. They're already on high elevation, so they're already starting from an advantage. It's hard to attack that area. And if they ever do get pushed, they ever do have a bad fight, oh no, and they go to the basement and there's like a Costco's worth of healing supplies, essentially. So that's one of the things that like they did that I loved. I had not even considered that as a viable option. I love the idea of what Brady and Jack usually do, which is hunt along the edges and then take those fights from those angles, grab what they can for the people that they wipe out, and then slowly weave their way back in. So this idea of essentially building a hunting ground for themselves is brand new to me, and I love it. So that's the one thing they did really well. The one thing that I have coached them on, and you probably saw it a couple times during multiple fights, is both Brady and Jack, because they're like locked in when those fights happen, sometimes they get the blinders on and they just forget to heal. And there are always those moments of downtime, and I'm trying not to like outstep my mic, but you can rotate behind an angle or behind a boulder, a tree. You can pop a quick shield. You can grab some quick heals. You can essentially reset in the middle of a fight. And last week I was like, guys, if there's one thing we can really try to shore up, there's one thing we can really try to do. I need you both to, whether you're reminding each other or reminding yourself, take a second in the middle of those firefights. I know it's hard. Heal. And you actually watched Brady do it multiple times, and I'm like, yes.
And you saw, because of the new heal items, specifically the Scooby Snacks, and not new, but the Flowberry Fizz, them do that so effectively. Both of these drops.
And that's one of the reasons I was pushing that, is both of those healing items lend to really quick heals, and then you're back into it. Even if the Flowberry is only healing you for 15 shield, it's healing you for 15 shield. Now you've got a higher mobility when you're going around, and it really only takes a fraction of a couple seconds, right? So just do it, because if you need it, you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And phenomenal Fortnite we saw all around. I mean, have to shout out Arlo and Grant, 12th place.
Yeah,
you know,
with a kill.
Yeah,
no less.
exactly.
With a kill.
Very good placement from them. Nick and Leia, also very good placement from them.
They're talking to each other as partners.
Absolutely.
Now, I need to break Leia of her love of the gimmick items, because I don't know if you heard me be like, Leia, just shoot them with the shotgun.
Oh,
You're
we
right,
saw that.
You're right
We
behind
saw
them.
that.
She's like, they were moving. I'm like, they were standing. Just hit them. But like, again, it comes with the tournament play, and it comes with learning, and they're talking to each other.
Absolutely.
That's critical. So
absolutely. Well, Coach Kyle, thank you so much for your time up here. Obviously, it's a pleasure to have you back up here after missing you last night. But we still got some time in with you.
I'm alive. I'm all right.
And that's what's important. Take
Tales
care
of my
yourself
demise,
first,
greatly exaggerated. So,
well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on some solid Fortnite, and I know we'll see you again in the future.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, Coach
Thank
Christian.
you. All right. Well, everybody, that is going to do it. For us here at Valhalla and Camp Hill, from myself, Coach Christian, and everybody here at Valhalla and Camp Hill, thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys probably Thursday for some Valorant casted by yours truly. And until then, good night, everybody.